He used the fragrance again. Eric? I gave you my word that I'd return. So why did you... Do you still not trust me? This time I came on my own volition. I would have come to see you even without that cursed fragrance, so why?
Even though you are right before my eyes, I can't believe anything.
Why?
I lived a life where trust and faith were impossible luxuries, and trusting someone was.
I was certain that I had gained his trust, and yet he still does not trust me in the slightest. Is he still infuriated that I unmasked him? Or because I met Raoul at the masquerade ball? Why couldn't I have been wiser about my behavior? If I was more thoughtful, no one would have been in danger. Now my only option is to try harder. Once I make Eric open up to me, everyone's safety will be assured. Eric? If I may ask, why is it you trust no one?
I envy you for being able to ask such a question. Then allow me to ask a question of my own. My dear Christine, have you ever been heartbroken? I asked you a question, why won't you answer? Have you ever been so heartbroken that you feel you're burning in living hell? I did not expect you to answer. I didn't think you could. You led a perfect life in a perfect place with a perfect face. So how would it be possible for you to comprehend my life and the pain?
Perhaps not enough to understand you, but yes, I have suffered many times. Would you allow me to share my stories?
Certainly.
Long before, when I lived in Sweden. I'm sorry, this is hard to think about. My father was a farmer but had exceptional violin skills. He believed that his skills with the violin would bring him fame and fortune.
Was he a better violinist than I?
I'm not sure about that. After mother passed away, my father sold his entire estate and took me to Uppsala. He gave me a choice, either to go with him or I can stay at home. I chose to leave with my father. I was 6 years old.
How fortunate for you. You weren't dragged away by a complete stranger. And if you stayed at home, I assume there was someone to take care of you?
No, there was no one home. No one. Father thought he could make a fortune with his violin and me singing. But life did not go as my father had hoped it to be. Father would often get drunk and grab me, yelling about how he was a failure before bursting into tears. Every time he would do that, I also cried and begged him to stop, telling him it was all my fault. When he sobered up, Father would embrace me and give me treats, apologizing for what he had done. But as our money and old violin strings wore away, he'd have these fits more often.
At least your father was a better man than mine.
Perhaps. At least I still loved my father. But my father was all that I had. I had to sing for him.
Now you can sing for me, Christine.
But singing and traveling around the world, that I found rewarding. That was all I had. That was perhaps what led me to study music in France. When I was 10 years old, something incredible happened. My father and I met Professor Valerius and his wife from Sweden at a countryside marketplace. The couple heard of my father playing and I sing, then offered us the chance to study in France. My father was too proud to accept the offer, but we were so poor we had to sell the violin. We had no other option, so we came with the Madame and Monsieur.
Stop, Christine. You did not answer my question. No matter how I look at your story, you do not seem to have been really hurt. Why does your story get happier as it progresses?
The first time you're hurt is excruciating, but you eventually become numb to the pain and accustomed to it even. Eric, if you felt my story was not painful, I can't even imagine how traumatizing your life must have been.
Yes, it is indeed. Indeed. I suppose I've already become numb to such pain, Christine. I never thought that once pain fades, a greater one would always come along. Even faith became pain.
Eric? May I ask why you were angry earlier? Why are you angry that I am becoming happier?
I am unsure. If you must be happy, your happiness must be through me and me only. Smile only because of me. Smile only for me. Moreover, even the tears you shed shall only for me. Do you think I'm being selfish? However, one thing I know for certain is that we shall go to the same place together. Always.
Same place?
No need to know more. Curiosity often is a sin. Let's begin our music lesson, my love. We must prepare to amaze the world again with your singing.
You're not going to recommend me to the managers again, are you?
Not right at this moment. They will soon want you, even without my intervention. If not, then I shall give a little warning. So, let's begin singing. Christine, you pushed yourself too hard with the last phrase.
But I thought expressing Margaret's joy here would be more...
Do you dare to teach me about music, Christine?
No, I know that you're the greatest authority on the music.
Very well. That's enough for today. Just as I thought, you have what it takes to keep up with my music.
Thank you for saying that, Eric.
I envy how you can sing so freely.
What do you mean?
I have always had to sing behind a mask. Without my mask, no one would even listen to my voice.
That is truly sad.
My poor mother, she distanced herself from me, saying that I was still a monster regardless how beautiful my voice was. My father never once talked to me until the day I left home.
Heavens, how could they? Are you all right, Eric? That is most regrettable. Merely thinking about it makes me sad.
Christine, you are different from other humans. You saw my face behind the mask, and yet you still referred to me as a human.
Please let go of my hand, Eric.
Ah, my beloved Christine, your wish is my command. How could I ever reject the request of the angel who will lead me to heaven? You kept my mother's ring as I asked.
Of course, I gave you my word. Could you please let go of my hand?
Do not ever part with this ring, even for a moment. Even for a moment. I will need to go out for a little while.
Are you leaving the opera house?
There is no reason for you to know about my affairs. You don't need to know, my love. Just stay here until I return.
All right. Oh, I have no idea how to deal with Eric. Although I only heard a fraction of his life, it sounds like Eric has had a painful life. Furthermore, I haven't the slightest idea how broken Eric is. Does he truly believe that his happiness can be gained from my pain and suffering? I don't want that. Eric's concept of love, is it different from mine? Is Eric obsessed with love because his life was all about pain? I should stop questioning him today. I fear his eyes when he questioned me when I wished to be happy. Wait, what about Melik? Is she okay?